Unveil Florida's corrections turmoil, political upheaval, staff shortages, and escalating prison violence. Will Stephen Stearns get the prison justice that these inmates feel he deserves?
The Florida prison system, right? So we're in Florida, and Florida is one of the worst places to commit a crime of that magnitude because normally you get the death penalty for that, right?
Are hard to find in rural communities. Young people are moving to big cities for higher paying jobs.
You're so sweet. Thank you.
It's where I grew up. It's where all my friends grew up.
Tristan Weaver is not following in his mom's footsteps, but he doesn't plan to leave Dixie County. He was recently offered a job as a sheriff's deputy. His home.
It's home. Yeah, it's the only way to put it is home. I wouldn't leave it unless I had to.
As we were reporting on the many issues facing the Florida Department of Corrections, a surprise announcement from Governor Ron DeSantis' office that the Secretary of Corrections was stepping down. As the I-Team has reported as part of our ongoing crisis and corrections investigation, Inch leaves behind a troubled agency that has a 30...
And look at what's happening now. We're going all the way forward. Now you guys are going to, again, you guys trigger warning because you're going to see some stuff that you don't normally see. I just wanted to give you an idea of what's happening politically, what's happening behind the scenes, etc. in Florida. I don't live in Florida, but yeah, Nina Drew, I am back on Turtle Island, and I'm already ready for it to be a shite show. The fact that another creator came on here and called me a Brian Koberger and Richard Allen lover. I have no idea why. Yes, we'll be on the island, and you guys are going to have to vote. All right. Someone's texting me, and my Bluetooth is telling me. All right, so now we fast forward and we see that there's 5,500 vacant jobs, and we're going to see what happens next with it. It's bad, guys. It's bad. Not good.
Vacancy rate for corrections officers. The Florida DOC is under federal investigation for sexual assaults at its largest women's prison. It's paid out millions in lawsuits related to substandard health care and employee misconduct, and has had to shut down prisons and programs in recent months. During his tenure, Inch shared inspirational videos with inmates, staff, and families, including this message posted last December called Mark Inch Finds Peace and Goodwill.
When I am tired, I become
Oh my goodness, now my phone is saying.
I start to lose courage. Deep inside me,
hold on.
You have an incoming call. You have an
Turn this off. That's the only bad thing I forgot.
Can it get any worse? Can I bear more? That old army voice in my head sometimes suggests, at periods like this, that it might be time to just take a knee or pop smoke.
DOC Deputy Secretary Ricky Dixon has been appointed the new DOC Secretary. He has more than 25 years' experience with the department. The new Secretary of the Florida Department of Corrections says he will continue to try to make corrections officers' salaries more competitive with other.
Right, on to the next thing. And you guys, do me a favor, there's a lot of, I don't even think they're trolls, guys. I think it's just people that don't like my channel, and for some reason they think it's a free-for-all right now, and I don't want to give them attention. I want to give you guys attention. So please do me a favor and just zap the trolls out. All right, I'm going to turn the volume up on the next one. Let's take a, I was actually trying to right now gift you guys, and I couldn't gift you. So let's take a look here. I'll do it after. Koberger, absolutely, in my opinion, is guilty, and they have him in the right place that he should be. All right. Koberger didn't hurt anyone. Facts, don't lie. Koberger did hurt a lot of people, and I don't know why there's trolls on here today, guys. Where'd they all come from? That's why I'm saying buckle up for Turtle Island, because these are not my regular people here, and they're being rude. All right, Midnight Lacey, I'm so happy I found your channel. Much love to you. All right, yeah, just time them out, guys. If somebody comes in like that, I'm not going to give them a second shot. They're just, all right, local residents react to correctional officers stabbed at Appalachia Correctional Institute. All right, so we're talking about the different stabbings and things and the violence going on. So let's take a look at this real quick, and I'll make sure I turn it up.
Now, 3 correctional officers are recovering after an inmate attacked them in Jackson County. Investigators say 41-year-old Tyrese Fleming used a homemade weapon. He's been moved to a state prison. WTXL ABC 27 Chantel Navarro was in Sneads today. And Chantel, is this rattling the community?
You know, Abby, not really. They don't seem to be overly concerned about safety, but neighbors have told me opinions about what happened. I spoke to a woman who says the
All right, so listen, that's the West Unit ACI. And as you can see on the border and the gate, you can tell that they haven't updated that probably since the 70s. Big girl for life. What's up? Shout out to you. And I know you got your favorites, but don't forget Turtle Island. All right. All right. I've took some notes. I watch a lot. Apparently, Chatty Chat. Love your channel. Thanks. I appreciate it. I've taken notes. I'm going to send you some cases. Absolutely. Send over the cases. Send me cases at gmail.com. All right. Let's take a look at this.
problem stems from this sign right here, now hiring correctional officers. Nina McLeod says that the way things are going, it's never going to be taken down. But her mom has been there so long, she doesn't really bat an eye at this point.
I've never been afraid.
In the clouds.
I know they've had a lot of escapes and killings and all like they do at a prison.
Rosalie Joyner has lived in Sneeds for a
I
long
know.
time.
I reckon 60 years.
And her family has had some run-ins with their neighbors down the road.
My youngest son came home from school and there was one hid here, and of course he went in with Doug and stole the gun.
All right. So corrections officer stabbed. I don't know who this person is. I just wanted to show you the facility and kind of what's trending there. Case after case after case of trending. All right. All right. These people, man, guys, pay attention. All right. All right. So that's ACI, guys. And if you don't think it's one of the worst prisons or the worst prison, hey, you tell me a better one and maybe they'll send Stefan there. What's up, Jennifer? Good to see you, my friend. All right. We're going to get a little treat today, too. We get to see PNO. I know you guys like that guy. There's a good one. All right, let's put this up for a second. That is the Appalachia Correctional Institute. That's where Stefan is right now. Yeah, that was been up there for years, though. 1,000 Pretexts. You know it's rural. Rural. All right, let's keep going. Of course, it's not supposed to be fun, and that's why we're covering it. We don't want prison to be fun. Take everything fun away. It is not supposed to be fun. And let me take a look at some of these prison damages, and then you're going to see what happens behind the fence, and then we're going to check out PNO. He did a specific episode for Stefan Stearns and what they're saying about him being there.
And as state officials deal with the costs associated with Michael, they would need to consider about $50 million in storm damage to prisons in Northwest Florida. The losses reported by 20 state correctional facilities across 15 counties will eventually be covered by the state and federal governments. Some facilities are temporarily closed and inmates have been relocated to other prisons. One of the facilities shut down, Gulf Correctional Institution.
And see, that's ACI. You can see the West Unit, which is probably the worst, oldest, and shitty. And again, prison is not supposed to be fun, but just so you know, those are, and absolutely, you got it, Teresa. You got it. You got it. That's why I asked the mods to step it up. Everybody else gets out of here. All right. Prison system, rough. ACI, this is where Stefan is right now, guys. All right. All right. Send me a case. Send me cases at gmail.com. All right. I noticed there's a lot of weird handles in here. Okay. So listen, prison damage, getting it fixed, that wasn't done. Now it just gets older and older and older.
Damage estimated at $18.5 million. The impact also been felt in Jackson County. Records show that 4 correctional facilities there racked up about $12.4 million in property damage. Major losses reported at Appalachia Correctional Institution, one of the state's oldest prisons. Some losses have already been paid as of January 17th.
All right, that's not going to be fun. And I'm glad you guys realize now where he is. And he hasn't reached out to Deb or to Chris. He hasn't reached out to either one of them because they don't think that he has the capabilities to just, you can see how they're understaffed, etc. I'm trying to get this. I want to show you. It's behind the scenes, guys. And again, trigger warning. It's behind the fence of FDC, and I want you to see how brutal it is. Come on. Internet has been really slow. You know me, I'm normally right on there. All right, FDC, behind the scenes, guys. Florida Department of Correction, trigger warning.
The stabbing of an officer at the Cross City Correctional Institution.
They say the attack involved multiple inmates, and Kevin Roll stabbed a correctional officer with an improvised weapon. It is unknown if other officers were hurt.
This incident is like a reminder of the dangers that Florida correctional officers face on a daily basis.
It's not something that should keep you up at night. It literally should scare the life out of you.
Lay on the ground. Suicides, homicides, assaults on staff, assaults on inmates, all of those things are impacted by.
I mean, this is what happens. And you know what fuels these fires even more are the lack of sleep, are the fact that they're hot and cold, are the fact that nobody has money to get anything. All of these circumstances and the building being shitty, the food being raw, all of that contributes to fuel, and just throwing fuel onto the fire. All right. That's what it is. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you so much. Don't forget to hit the like button. We have 450 people here in chat. At Moon's Life says, do they get tablets in prison like Wade Wilson? I'm sure they will. Moon's Life. I'm going to show you the accommodations. We're going to talk about the accommodations and what's there and what's not. But let's watch this. They got nothing to lose. They don't care. No AC in all Florida prison systems. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Because you're from Florida. I don't know if you know anybody from there, but it's not good.
Good staffing or lack thereof.
People can imagine, but what's a scenario that could go wrong when that level of staffing is currently occurring?
I don't have to imagine. We've experienced.
And what could go wrong? All right, let's keep going. All of it's new now, Clementine. We're getting to P&O. This is from 2022. It's a 2022 fight, but the P&O just came out in the last week. All right. Again, you guys can always go and check my if you go to my video and go check inside the video, it will tell you jail is absolutely different than prisons. That's one of the most basic things. All right. Let me tell you real quick.